Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday. I almost said Friday. Wow. It is Wednesday. I was networking this morning. I know what day it is. All right. So today we're going to talk about 5 things I wish every home buyer knew before they walked into their first showing. So I've got 2 pairs of glasses on. Okay. That's cute. Love that. Okay. So 5 things. Do I even really need these either? I don't feel like I do. Okay. So 5 things I wish that every single buyer... Every buyer knew before we walked into a showing. The first thing, it's gonna storm so big. First thing I wish everybody knew was be quiet. Quiet. Hush. Hush your mouth. There are cameras, there are Alexas, Google Homes, whatever version you have of that, in people's homes. It doesn't matter if the home was built in 2015, if the home was built in 1975, you can turn any home into a smart home. And so there are floodlights that look like cameras that look like floodlights. I have that backwards, but so these are things you want to be very cautious of. And a lot of people say, yeah, of course, I'm not going to say anything bad about the house. Well, you know, not really worried about you saying anything bad about the house. I hope you don't. Because there are cameras, but you're also thinking about things that, like your oohs and ahs, you walk in and you love every single thing. You're taking away your negotiating power because they know, oh, they love this house. They love it. I saw them oohing and ahhing over everything. And no, the seller should not be listening. They are not allowed to listen. That is not allowed. But I cannot say that every single person follows every single rule, or this world would be a much more peaceful place. So be quiet. Keep your oohs and ahs to a minimal. Ask questions. Questions are 100% fine in regards to fixtures, appliances, survey, inspect previous inspections. Ask questions. That is 100% okay. But keep comments down to a minimal, because you don't want to take away your negotiating power by saying how much you absolutely love this house and how you would do anything for it, and this is the house and you love, 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 love it. But you also don't want to say things like, oh my God, I would never paint my wall that color. Oh my God, this wallpaper is hideous. Because the people that live here pick that stuff, and that hurts their feelings. And if you hurt their feelings, maybe they don't want you to buy their house. So again, sellers should not be listening. But just in case, be quiet. We don't want to talk about comps. Bring them on camera. Bring them on camera. Who's here? I don't have anybody. Another thing we don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about our negotiations inside the house because those things could be happening as well. There may be other people inside the house doing a showing as well. Maybe not 5 years ago, but if you have seen a house with somebody in the last 2 years, there's a pretty good chance you've done at least 1 to 5 showings where there are other agents and other buyers looking at the house at the same time as you. Some sellers will leave the house open to where anybody can kind of double show, and there could be 1 other person in there, there could be 5 other people in there. So these are things you want to kind of keep quiet because you don't want to give that information away. Second thing, this is not as common now that COVID is gone. It's not gone, I guess it's not gone, but now that it's lessened, we were seeing a lot of wear masks. Oh my gosh, guys, my music. I had music this whole time. But we were seeing people ask for people to wear masks, people to put booties on their shoes, to wear gloves, don't touch anything. And what a lot of realtors would be doing is they'd be going in with gloves and they would open all of the doors, they'd turn on all the light switches, and you would walk in and you wouldn't touch anything. You'd put booties on your shoes. So it's a little less common. There are still people that are worried about that. There are still people that just simply don't want germs in their house. And when you have 5, 10, 15 showings a day, and each of those showings has 2 to 6 people in them, a lot of germs can go through your house. So a lot of people still ask for that to be done. So be cautious of that. If they ask you to put on booties, then please do. If they've asked for it, then we will provide that. We'll prepare for that. We always do. That's something that kind of through COVID we stocked up on things like that. So that way if it does come up again, we have it and we're ready for it. Third thing, which honestly should be at the top of the list, but it ended up number 3 because the being quiet I felt like was most important. But I think this is equally important, be on time. Not only for the sake of your agent, but again, shouldn't be listening, but if they have a Ring doorbell, and they say, you know, we had to get out of our house at 3 o'clock because they were going to be here for a 3 o'clock showing, and it is 3:05 right now, and we're just sitting around the corner in our car waiting for the showing to be done, and they're not here, and, you know, it's frustrating. So I would hope that that's not a determining factor on somebody's offers and what they're accepting, but just be courteous of that, because, you know, it's not your agent. You know, I am concerned for my time. Please be courteous for everybody's time, but especially for, you know, the sellers who have gotten out of the home and left. Maybe they went to run errands, maybe they work from home and they took a break specifically at this hour so you can come look at the house. So these are things to just kind of be mindful of. Here's a big one. Don't bring food, snacks, drinks, pets. Please don't bring pets. We don't know what other people are allergic to, and if you're allergic to something and somebody, God forbid, brought their cat through with them earlier or their dog through. I've recently discovered that I'm allergic to, I knew I was allergic to cats, didn't know I was allergic to dogs, but I am now allergic to dogs and cats, and it's wonderful. I love it. So don't bring pets, don't bring food, don't bring drinks. I would hate for you to spill that and us to kind of, you know, be rushing to kind of clean that up. I mean, a lot of homes, they have the laminate vinyl planking, they have the tile floors, the wood, but if you're in a house with carpet and you've got your kiddos with you and they've got that fruit punch cup with them, I don't know about your toddler, but my toddler spills everything. So don't bring that. Don't bring pets. And then we were on number 4, so number 5. This is something that is just kind of, it's not a rule. It's just my advice. Bring the decision makers. You know, if you and your husband are buying a house together, you, your husband, the kids, or I'm sorry, you, your wife, whoever, bring yourself and your kids, whoever. But when you start bringing, you know, friends and aunts and parents and uncles and stuff like that, it can kind of start to it makes the decision a lot harder for you, because you can't focus on what your priorities are now because you've got all this extra noise. It's kind of like, and the men won't get this, it's kind of like going to buy your wedding dress and they say don't bring too many people, because you bring your mom and your soon-to-be mother-in-law and all your bridesmaids and, you know, your friends and your sisters and everybody, and you know, you think you love this dress and you walk out and everybody's like, oh, I don't like this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and you really just start doubting yourself. And I'm not saying that people can talk you out of a home, but I just want you to be able to make the decision that is best for you and your family with the decision makers whose opinions count. So just keeping it from being too cluttered. Now, maybe there's a multi-generational family and there are 4 people on the financing, or 3 people, and there are 3 or 4 decision makers. Everybody needs to be there. If they can't because of their schedule, we get that. But outside people it makes it just harder for you to kind of process the information. We want to be there as an unbiased resource, giving you fair, unbiased opinions, making sure we're keeping your goals in line, making sure we're keeping your budget in line, your non-negotiables in line. So when that extra noise kind of comes in, it can sometimes make it hard to weigh out those options. So we want to be fair that you're being set up for success and putting yourself in the situation where you can make the best decision for yourself. So those are the things that I wish every single home buyer knew before their first showing. And as I always say new agent, I have renewed my license, so it's been over 2 years officially, or we're getting at that line. But it's something that I've kind of learned is people don't know what they don't know, and they don't know what questions to ask. So it's up to me to make sure that you understand and know what's expected kind of everybody as we go into a showing. And, you know, like we said, sellers shouldn't be listening, but not everybody follows the rules. So it's my job to make sure that you're set up for success. And that's what I want to do. So if there are any questions that you have, please let me know. I will be back next week. Before I go away, trivia night is coming up. It is on the 9th, which is 8 days away. A week from tomorrow, we will be having trivia night at the office at Keller Williams, Dallas Metro North, which is right in the heart of Flower Mound, off of 2499 and 1171. Oh, that rain's that's starting up. That's gonna be fun. So 6 to 8 p.m. we'll be having food. We will be doing trivia. We will bring the kids. We'll have entertainment. We'll be hanging out, everybody, at our office, and we'll kind of be upstairs. If you did not receive a save the date, we don't have your address, so send me a message. You can send a message to me, Stacy, Billy. Make sure we get your address. The invites have gone out, and we're asking everybody to RSVP by tomorrow. But if you weren't on that list, let's get you on that list and make sure that you can get in there, because we want to make sure we've got enough food for everybody. Alrighty, the rain is pouring down. I'm gonna get inside before, oh my gosh, this is definitely gonna break my phone. Alright guys, Have a great week. Stay dry. Bye.